Where is she?
Follow that North Star. If there are no stars, just follow the river. Listen for them. Fear is your enemy.
Whoa, easy now.
I'm gonna be free or die.
I don't know if you know how extraordinary this is, but you have made it 100 miles to freedom all by yourself. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Harriet Tubman. You are welcome here anytime. If I'm free, my family should be too. I made up my mind, I'm going back. You're confident, composed, when trouble comes. You'll be ready.
Papers. Says here you're 5.5 feet tall. You ain't more than 5 feet.
Must have won my high boots that day.
Why you back here? It ain't safe.
I come to get you. Bring all of you to freedom.
Do you know what would happen if you got caught? You got lucky, Harriet.
I made it this far on my own, so don't you tell me what I can't do.
Harriet, welcome to the Underground Railroad.
Everybody, everywhere is looking for you.
God don't mean people to own people.
Find this thief and burn her at the stake.
Harriet!
I would give every last drop of blood in my veins until this monster called slavery is dead. Ready?
Not to be popular. It's just I'm inspired by my brother, that Reality Temple's brother, the most powerful voice on the internet, that Reality Angel Snubbing Up 7. That's right, brother. I'm calling you out, brother. I'm building you. I'm putting you out there, brother. I'm shouting you out. That's my inspiration.
And my name is Myron. They call me SNIFFY. My name Myron Johnson. They call me SNIFFY. They call me SNIFFY. My cousin is Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm here to give y'all a message. Y'all better leave my cousin alone. That's what y'all better do. My cousin Umar doing good work for y'all. Y'all some stupid ass niggas, man. And y'all ain't giving the man no money. Y'all think because y'all gave my cousin a little money, y'all think y'all own him. Y'all don't own a motherfucker that up in here. And y'all gonna be looking real stupid August the 2020 when my cousin open up that school. He gonna be opening up that school, and them boys gonna be getting educated. He gonna be doing more than y'all dumb ass kids. That was y'all.
But you, a lot of your video content to me was very informative. You know, the things you talked about had substance, man. And I first really knew about you because of JT Raleigh 1, Real Nigga News, and you and him got into a conflict with each other. And when I did my website, you were the only brother, and let me stress that, because when I did that website, blackcommune.net, and I did the video and I asked the black YouTube community, the so-called black YouTube community, to give me your videos, because at the time a lot of brothers were getting flagged and videos taken down. So I said, you know what, you can put your videos on my website so that the message can still be heard for all to hear. You know, something like, you know, a little I made that website for everyone, but you were the only one that gave me permission to use your videos, and I thought that was very honorable of you and really a testament to how much you cared about the black community. Because all these other brothers that talk about it, you know, and say they love the black community and all this other shit, when it came down to supporting me or helping me out, they were nowhere to be found. And that's really a big sign. If somebody really care about black people, then they will want to help black people. But you were the only one.
Free your mind.
I just want to add on to this never-ending, redundant conversation about who we are. The descendants of slaves born in America having African or Aboriginal ancestry. We can't make up our mind and confused, and we really don't know who or what we want to be or anything. I don't know how you're going to move forward, and personally, I don't care what it is, as long as you make up your mind. This is what we're going to be. But right now, well, I'll tell you what we're going to be. We're going to be exactly what this government tells us what we are. You can call yourself a Kemetic or a Hebrew Israelite or Moor or whatever you want to call yourself. Right now, the United States government tells us who we are. We are black, we are African American, whether you like it or not. That's who we are. Until you can make up your mind, and we as a people tell those that want to know who we are, we'll tell them exactly who we are, and we stand on it. Right now, we are black, we are African American. And that's just the reality of it. So until we decide who we want to be, and frankly, like I said, I don't even care really. Just make up your mind. And really, you should also do that in the best of manner, because it makes no sense to call yourself an apple when you look like a plum. See, that's dumb too. So since we can't make up our mind, then the white man would do it for us. Now, I was just thinking, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to say that we're African. I don't know how you're going to be African, because an African is a person that comes from that continent. Africa is a continent. It's not a people. Did you come from Senegal or the Congo or Liberia, or what people do you want to be? You cannot be a continent. You keep saying we are Africans. Who are you talking about? What people do you want to associate with, and do they claim you? I really doubt it. And here's another reason why. Okay, again, for the sake of argument, let us say that we're Africans, okay? Now, since we are Africans, then you would think we should have dual citizenship automatically. Well, see, that's a big problem because you can't be a dual citizen of a continent. And that's what an African is, a person that lives on the continent. But there are many kinds of different tribes and nations on the continent. You cannot have dual citizenship on a continent. So we're going to take it a step further. Which people, which tribe, which nation are you claiming? And are they giving you dual citizenship? Since you claim that's what you are, you was kidnapped. Anybody kidnapped from any of these nations right now, they could go right back home because they are a citizen. You claiming that we was kidnapped and that's our home. We did not come from the whole of the continent of Africa. So who are you talking about? Are they offering you dual citizenship? Well, makes the argument even worse. And those of you who are Aboriginal, you're native in this country, don't you start laughing because that's a good point. Because the same thing goes for you. There are brothers and sisters in this country. I used to see news reports, and they are trying to claim being related and part of some of these Native American tribes. And those who are living or in control of those tribes right now don't want nothing to do with them. Some of them can prove, well, my great-grandmother was a Cherokee or a Choctaw or a Navajo or Sioux or whatever. They don't want to hear it. Take yourself back to the ghetto where you come from. You're not going to be part of this reservation. You're not going to get the rights and the privileges of this reservation. You're not going to be part of us. So you have the same. Now, some of you may even know what tribe you come from. Some of you claim. Unlike those who talk about I'm an African, they can't even tell you what tribe they come from, what nation they come from. They just only thing they can tell you, I'm an African. But some of these people who claim they are native, they can actually tell you what tribe they come from and what reservation they would like to associate with. But those people don't want nothing to do with you. And in reality, they are not you. They are not what you think anyway. Those people are not the original people anyway. You know, they are a bunch of mulattoes. They're not original. They're not pure either. But they just so happen they are in a situation and they are on this particular reservation. You should know that many of these people that's called Native Americans, they are not pure. Most true, what we would consider pure Native Americans, most of them have been wiped out by disease and by time. There were over, I think they said 700, 70 or 700. I think was it 70? It was 70. I think it was 700 tribes, different tribes of native people in this country. And now we barely can name 5. So a lot of native people were wiped out. Of course, by their warfare going back and forth with the Europeans. But the real reason why many of the natives fell to the European was because of disease, the diseases that the Europeans brought. Not by actual warfare. It was the diseases. Even so, they don't want you. Okay? They don't want you. There is no African nation that I know of is telling us you are a citizen, a long-lost citizen of our nation. You have dual citizenship. Come back home. We have land for you. We want you back here. Who is claiming you? You go back to Africa on your own dime, out of your own pocket. And if you're poor, you ain't going to Africa or no damn where. You're going to sit right here and live in your car and wait for some food stamps or whatever you can get your hands on. That's the reality of it. Why you want to be a part of something that don't want to be part of you? I don't understand that. I can't get with that. If y'all want to beg for people's love, why my nose itching? They said when your nose itch, you're supposed to be getting, you might get some money coming towards you. But why you want to force yourself on people? The hell with those reservations. The hell with Africa. The hell with that stuff. Why you want to be part of something that don't want to be part of you? I have biological relatives. I try to be a relative to them. I try to communicate and try to keep in contact. They don't want to. The hell with them. These are my biological. I know them for sure. It's not no I think, I believe, I assume. I know for sure that these people are related to me. I know this for a fact. And they act like they don't want to associate with me. They don't want to communicate. The hell with them. I'm doing just fine. I can do my own thing. It's so embarrassing. And prior to these Africans, and prior to you trying to be Native American, the first thing we try to do, we want to embrace and love the white man. And then he beat you and raped you and discriminated against you, and you want to love, and the only thing you get from him is hate and hate and hate, and you want to still just love him to death. I don't understand that. That's the sign of somebody really, really sick. You don't want nothing to do with me. I'm cool. I'll make it. I don't need you. For some reason, you think that you need these people. You need to be this African. You can be African. You don't have to have nothing to do with none of them suckers. They don't want to be a relative to you. They don't like you for some reason. Many of them do not view us as African people. So the hell with them. The hell with these old fake ass Native Americans here too. They don't want you on their reservation. The hell with them. I'm not interested in begging these people for love, for acceptance. The hell with that. So that bandwagon, I can't jump on your bandwagon. Always trying to be something that you're not. You're not an African. You're not a Native American, Aboriginal. And you're damn sure not white. Why you want? For some reason, I just got to be part of them. And they look at you with their nose all stuck up in the air like you stink. Like you're nothing, like you're trash. You should be happy that we allow you to even get a little closer. The hell with you. I can't do it. Now, y'all want to do that, that's your business. I'm not mad at you. But don't come here and want me to be part of that pathetic, shameful, and really it's disgusting and embarrassing. That's really what it is. It's embarrassing and it's disgusting. Trying to get with somebody, it's just like a man trying to get with a woman and she made it clear, I don't like you. I don't want your candy. I don't want your roses. Stop sending me these old romantic emails. What the hell with her? There's other fish in the sea. See, that's it. Y'all think it's a big world out there. If the Africans don't want you, maybe the Chinese do. And they're not, what? I know I'm not cheating. Who the hell with it? Family is family. If the Chinese treat you like a brother, if the Chinese treat you like family, Why wouldn't you want to be with them? Because clearly those that really are supposed to be your relatives, they don't give a damn about you. So the hell with them. It's a big world out here to be sitting around on your knees begging suckers for love that don't give a damn. And what do they offer you anyway? Nothing. What is the white man offering you? Nothing. What are the Africans offering you? Nothing. What is these people on the reservations offering you? What they got? Nothing. If we was united as a people, we would have it going on more than a lot of them anyway. The only reason why you don't like yourself is because we are in bad shape. But if you concentrate on loving yourself, loving those who you know, I ain't talking about that's 3,000 miles, right here in your neighborhood, your next door neighbor, hell, your own biological relatives. Hell, try to love them. Bring as much of us as a people together. We'll be much better off. But you can't do that, so we trying to beg these foreign folks, people that you never was, never will be, that don't have no respect for you, no love. I can't do it. I cannot do that. You want to keep doing that and be a visitor in Africa, because that's all you will ever be. You're not a citizen. You will always be a visitor because you don't have citizenship.
Free your mind.
Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't know what it is, because many of you know me by now, and you know my background. But you talk to me like you teaching me something I haven't heard, something I don't know. You think that you're going to tell me something that's just so mind-boggling that it's just going to convert me back to where I came from. I don't go backwards. I've been there, done that. I'm not going back. What is it, pray tell, are you talking about? I'm talking about this pro-black thing. I grew up in it. Been around it for years. For years, I've been around it. Since I was a little boy, I've been around it for years. You want to tell me about Kemet, and you want to tell me about the Moors and the Israelites, and Master Farah Muhammad and the mothership, and you can't tell me there's nothing that you can say that I don't know or have an idea about it. I've been there. I already been where you at. And that was exciting for me when I was a child. I had to be a child. I was a teenager. You're a grown man, you're a grown woman, and that kind of stuff excites you. That don't excite me. As a child, you got me. Temporarily. Because even as a child, going from 18 years old, going on 19, whatever, I started seeing the whole scenario for what it really was. A trip to nowhere. Beautiful speeches. Y'all talk so eloquent, so articulate. Wonderful talk, and that's all you're going to get is talk. You can't accomplish and have not accomplished nothing, and there's a reason for that. You can't even accomplish what your predecessors done. The Nation of Islam, led by Minister Louis Farrakhan, is nothing compared to the original Nation of Islam. The RBG movement is nothing compared to what Marcus Garvey done and the New Black Panther and so forth. You can't even accomplish what people, your predecessors, have done. You can barely open up a lemonade stand. Everybody's supposed to be impressed because you know how to articulate and you can talk real well and you're so eloquent and so full of personality. So what? I'm an adult. You're not going to impress me like that. You got to show me. You got to produce. And you can't do that. Nobody has produced nothing and did a damn thing since the end of the civil rights movement. And according to, I think it was Hidden Colors #3, I was watching, Taalik was basically saying that the government said, we don't want to go through that again. Because those Negroes was producing, not only talking, but they actually was producing something. The problem was they was divided. The problem was they didn't really, that's really what the problem was. They was all divided. So it was easy to knock each of them off one by one. That's what they done. And once they dealt with that problem, kill the leadership, murder Malcolm. Well, they didn't need to murder Malcolm. Negroes did that on their own. They had to assassinate Dr. King and get rid of the head because they know that the body, as soon as they cut the head off, the body is going to fall. And once the body fell, they had to look at how did this happen? Never, never again in America. And it has not happened since going on 55, 60 years. It has not happened. All your research, all your information, all your knowledge and all this stuff, what we need to do, you've been talking this for years and years and years, and you're still sitting right in the same spot you was decades ago. There's a reason for that. And you want to come to me and you talk to me like I don't know. I already been where you at. All that blackity black, pro-black, black first, RBG. I already been through all that stuff. And the reason why myself and Brother Taalik, who comes on my platform, and the reason why we get along, because we basically followed the same path. We already been there, done that stuff. Ain't nobody impressed by Dr. Malachi York and Sonetta TV and Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. All that stuff excites you. Don't mean nothing to me. Been there, done that. So what? Don't mean nothing. It's nice things to know. But it really, in the grand scheme of things, it don't mean nothing. Because the knowledge does nothing to change your condition because it's not the right knowledge. The right knowledge, the proper knowledge, will change your condition. Makes you feel good, and that's what y'all really love about it. Makes you feel tough, makes you feel bad, make you grow some hair on your chest. And ain't nobody impressed by that except another slave. I'm not a slave, so you don't impress me. Been there, done that. Brother Taalik, been there, done that. So it's redundant. And a part of that programming is always the white man. I get sick of hearing, well, the white man and the black people and the race and I guess you get sick of hearing that. I understand about racism, white supremacy. Now I want to make very clear, because there are younger people, I don't want them to forget, and they need to know about white supremacy. They need to know about living in racism. They need to know that. But at the same time, it gets redundant. It gets redundant to keep talking about I'm unapologetically black and just keep saying the same old stuff. Oh, what do it mean? What do it mean? I'm unapologetically black, African, whatever. What do all that stuff really mean? What do it mean? The masses of the people, it don't mean nothing. That don't help them pay their bills. That don't help them do nothing in life at all. Nothing. just makes you feel good. Feel good rhetoric. It gets redundant. It's sickening. I'm not going backwards. At some point in your development, we understand the cause. We understand what we're going through. But at the same time, there has to be a cutoff point where we have to accept responsibility for ourselves. I understand what the white man do this, and I understand that about Kemet 5,000 years ago. What do they have to do with 2019? Nothing. When are you going to take responsibility for yourself? Just like if a person hit your car, they don't have insurance. Now, you can sit around and cry, oh, they tore up my car, they hit my car. They're responsible. Yes, they are. They don't have any insurance. You're not going to get nothing from them. So either you can sit around and cry and talk about they responsible, which they are, but you're not going to get nothing from them. So you have to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility for your own self and fix your car so that you can ride, so that you can go to work, so that you can go to Disneyland or whatever the hell you want to do. You're going to have to fix your car. Because if you wait around for this person that don't have any insurance, that hit your car, to take responsibility, it's not going to happen. So talking about white people all day long, 24 hours a day, what they done, what they doing, 24 hours a day, and keep showing the tragedy what white folks do every day, that's not going to change your condition. Make you emotional. But see, it's not even going to make you emotional enough to take the proper action. The only thing it's going to do is make you emotional and do what we've been doing since our people were set free from the plantation. Is you just fighting. You don't know how to fight. You just flailing your arms. You're not like a boxer that have a strategy. You know how to punch. You know how to back off. You know how to lean. You know how to duck. You know how to fight. We just out here just flailing our arms, hoping that we'll hit something. Hoping we would be successful. Not knowing. Hoping things will go right. Because we don't know what the hell we're doing. And when I said that you're incompetent, you don't know what the hell you're doing, you get upset. Get upset for what? The proof is in the pudding. Show us your accomplishments. There is none. And you think small. This is not the time to think small. You think small and you selfish and you arrogant and you only think about your own personal wants. When you're dealing with people, like in your family, when you're dealing with people, when we talk about we going out to dinner, now in some situations, whatever daddy wants, that's what everybody eat. But see, when you are really in a family, I have my wife and my children, I have to consider, well, my wife can't eat peanuts, little Taalik don't like apples, my little baby girl, she don't like milk. I have to take in consideration other people and seek a meal that all of us can enjoy, not just me. Being the man of the household, y'all eat whatever I say eat, like the way my grandfather done. And see, that's how y'all do things. You're selfish and you're arrogant. You only think about your own personal wants. So how can you talk about, I stand for the people. Our people need this. Our people. You don't give a damn about our people because all our people are different. And you don't take consideration what other people want. You only take consideration what you think. And you think they're so stupid they don't know what they want. That's why they're going to stay the hell away from you. And that's the reason why you will never be successful. you will do a little something for yourself. But as far as this 40 to 70 million in this country, you're not going to get them. They don't want nothing to do with you. Nothing. Because they're not going to let you dominate them like that. They're not going to let you bully them. They already got a slave master. They're not going to allow you to be another slave master. They already have enough problems as is, being controlled by other people. Then here come another slave talking about what they should and should not do. It's not going to happen. We need to take responsibility for ourselves and stop blaming all this hearing blackity black stuff, blaming the white. That gets old. That's old and redundant. I can't do it no more. So if you expect that, this is the wrong place to be.
Free your mind.
Okay, very short video, very short. Should be short. Never know. I was watching one of my favorite movies, Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Do you like Bruce Lee, Terry? Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. Man, y'all just don't know. I grew up when Bruce Lee was just the man. You just don't know how hype it was in the soul community, because we view Bruce Lee like one of us. He was a person that of course he wasn't a soul brother, he was Chinese, whatever, but we could relate to Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee was really, really hot in the soul community. Bruce Lee, when Bruce Lee died, I mean, it was devastating. Bruce Lee and anybody that was growing up during the early 70s, especially if you was a boy, I don't know too many of us that wasn't trying to learn martial arts, the nunchucks or something. You had to do some kind of kung fu. Bruce Lee, and before his movies, it was Bruce Lee was Kato in the Green Hornet. So I mean, Bruce Lee was just, and then see, this is the thing. When we come into this black conscious stuff, then you just want to throw Bruce Lee to the side. Anything that's not black, you want to throw it to the side, and you want to do your research and get the information to show, well, black people did martial arts first. That's nice to know. That's nice to know. I'm glad that dark-skinned people did martial arts first. Bruce Lee was the one that put martial arts for us on the map. He was the one that made people want to discover martial arts because of his movies. That's nice to know they did it first, but they didn't do it like Bruce Lee. And I like Jim Kelly, and I watched Jim Kelly's films. Jim Kelly is not Bruce Lee. And even Jim Kelly, and see, we ignore this, Jim Kelly gave Bruce Lee the utmost props. There are people, Bruce Lee was fake and Bruce Lee was this. Jim Kelly worked with the man, was a friend with the man. He gave Bruce Lee the utmost respect, and we know that Jim Kelly was a martial artist. We get caught up in this old blackity black. That stuff, look, that blackity black, pro-black stuff, all that old, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. I'm glad to know, because we've been brought this picture that dark-skinned people ain't never did a damn thing on the earth. So I get it. But just because we are discovering these things Now you want to discredit what other people have done, even what white folks have done. Give people their damn credit. I'm not into that. If you done it, you done it. Now, you got to take the bad with the good. You did something good, but you also done something bad. Don't sit around here and you want somebody to praise you, which most of us, the average person, ain't did a damn thing. You did not create YouTube. You did not create the computer. You did not create. Most of us didn't do a damn thing. The only thing we created was some babies that most of us end up on welfare, and the welfare system take care of. That's the most of us can do. You can't create nothing. Create your ass to a bus stop or get in your car and go to a job. You want to brag about who invented the light bulb and who invented the toaster. You want to talk about the people who done it because they white or they was black, but you ain't did a damn thing personally. You're not an inventor. You ain't created a damn thing. The only thing you have done is use what somebody created. So I don't know what you're bragging about. Yeah, they was white. You didn't have nothing to do with that invention. Yeah, they was black. They built the pyramids. You ain't built no damn pyramid. This blackity black stuff makes me sick. Makes you think crazy, stupid. Give the people their credit. That's what I'm about. Because if I do something, I would like to get the credit for what I do. Don't try to minimize what I do or what I have accomplished. But that's what they do because, of course, the Caucasian or the pink people, they racist. So that's what they do. That's what they've been doing going on 500 years. But here you are, you ain't no damn better. You a racist wannabe. And the reason why you're a racist wannabe is because you don't have the power, you don't have the influence to do what they do. But you have the same mindset as they do. It's really sickening. I don't want nothing to do with that kind of mindset. I used to see Caucasian people dance. Brilliant, excellent dancers. And then these blackity black folk, oh, they can't dance. They have to practice for hours. And they can't dance. So, well, okay, the white man have to dance because they don't have soul. They have to practice for hours and hours and hours. What's your excuse? You can't dance at all. Okay, they practice. No matter how much you practice, your ass can't dance. You don't have no rhythm. So explain that to me, blackity black. Because I've been around many soul brothers and sisters, can't dance, can't sing, all out of tune, can't run. Tell my black folks look, can't run, can't play basketball, can't play football, can't. See? But I was going back to that film. I was talking about that so much, I forgot what I was really, the point I really wanted to make. Going back to Bruce Lee. In this Bruce Lee movie, at the beginning, Bruce Lee was talking to, I guess, a teacher. And the teacher was talking about how do you destroy the enemy. And basically what they were saying was, you destroy the enemy by destroying the image. The enemy hides behind images. And you know, the last scene of Enter the Dragon, Hans was hiding behind mirrors. And remember Bruce Lee? That thought came in his head. Your enemy hides behind images. You destroy the image and you destroy the enemy. So Bruce started smashing all the mirrors. So you know you got the right. So you destroy all these images by putting cracks in the mirrors. That way you know that it's an image. You know that you got the real deal because, of course, The real deal isn't crack. This is the real guy that you're dealing with now, instead of all these images. So the point I really want to make real quick is that we talk about how do you destroy white supremacy? How do you destroy pink racism? By destroying the image. But see, black supremacy, black first, RBG, commit, all these things can't destroy white supremacy, because actually these are things, these things are actually images of white supremacy. The reason why they exist is because they come from or a response or a result of white supremacy. They are an image of white supremacy, just with a color change. So how do you destroy? Because if every Caucasian person disappeared from the planet right now, nothing is going to change. The same stuff is going to continue because we carry their image. We carry their mindset, their way of thinking, how they do things. We have a racist mentality. So the racists won't be around, then the A races will begin to rise. Nothing's going to change because the image is still there. Your idea of success is their idea of success. Your idea of marriage is their idea of marriage. Everything about being successful and progressive and what civilization is supposed to be, you think the same way they think, so the image continues to live. The white image is pushed to the side, and the black image, the only thing you did was change color, but the image is still the same. The enemy still remains. The enemy is not skin color, because white ain't did a damn thing to you. Black don't do a damn thing to you. Yellow, what does thing and cause you harm is a certain mentality, a certain mindset that's hiding behind an image. What is the image? The image is I'm fair. The image is I'm loving. The image is I'm holy and righteous and I'm a goody two shoe. That's the image that they hide behind. How do you destroy the image? You destroy the image because you have to become opposite of that image. So whatever their idea of success is, you have to be opposite. You have to be different. Your lifestyle have to be different. Your language have to be different. But when you look at us, we're nothing but a chocolate covered version of them. Whether you hollering, whether you Kemetic, RBG, Black First, whatever, you're nothing but a chocolate covered version of them, and you don't even realize it. The image still gonna live. Caucasian people could leave, disappear tomorrow, and you're still gonna have civil war, you're still gonna have pedophilia, you're still gonna have drunkenness, you're gonna still have all these things going on because the image is not dead. The image still lives, it just changed skin color. And so now the oppressor is black. Hiding behind this mindset, hiding behind a different color. That's all. So how do you destroy white racism? And even if we learn how to do this, even if white folks were still here, you can still destroy it. Because it's not about skin color. It's about destroying the image. And the image, the mindset has no skin color. It's void of color. It hides behind color. This is what we must understand. It's not about color. Every day you want to talk what the white people do, what the black people do, what the Chinese people, always about color, always about race. You caught up in this image, and you become the image. So you don't know how to destroy it because you become that. You have that mindset. You think just like those you complain about. You think exactly like them. No different. The only difference is You want to be the oppressor. You want to control the gold. You want to control the diamond, the oil, the women. You want to control the forest and the earth. You want to be the God of the universe. And how do you control? In a fair and just manner? No, you're going to do the same thing the racists do. You're not going to be just. You're not going to be fair. You're just like what you complain about. You don't want to change. Because you think success is material things. You think the same way like those that you complain about.
Free your mind.
I must say that I did rather enjoy being a guest on my brother, Soul Brother Bakari's live stream yesterday or a couple of days ago, whenever this video uploads. I must say that I rather enjoyed myself and had a good time. And it was something that I must admit that I sort of miss, because there's nothing like the brotherhood. It's nothing like men who get together, who are truly sincere about the changing of this condition and wanting better for us as a people. There's nothing more wonderful, there's nothing more beautiful in the eyes of our people when they see this. Because when you see this, you see hope. You see hope that there is a possibility that maybe we have a chance that our destiny, the destiny of our children, the future generations, may not be as bleak as we may perceive. So, on the panel, we had, of course, the moderator, the guest, our Soul Brother Bakari. Then, of course, we had Soul Brother, Brother Maurice Muhammad, and Soul Brother Guy Nollywood Jr. And as you know, there have been, some really, really bad interactions within the last few months or whatever. And it's all I can say that it's bad. But for me, I'm just a winner. I think that somewhere we can get ourselves together and that we can find a way to unite. Like I made very clear on that program with those brothers, none of us are going to win. You might have a little victory, but as far as the war is concerned, you're not going to win this war without the whole. You will have a little victory, and that might be good enough for you, but the condition is not going to change. In reality, your condition is not going to change, because you're still going to be living right here with the racists. You're still going to be speaking English. You're still going to be eating his food. You're still going to be dependent upon him. So nothing really is going to change. You will feel better, feel good, but nothing's going to change until we learn how to play as a team. And as I explained, using Michael Jordan as an example, Michael Jordan did not win championships, even though he's a superstar. But with all his power, all his skill, basketball is a team sport. liberation, revolution, to change this condition is a team sport. It was a team that put us in the condition that we are in right now. It was not solo. A team came together, and it's a team right now that's keeping us in this hard condition that we find ourselves. It's a team effort. So it's going to take a team in order to get out of this. And it's men who are doing this that's at the root of it. It's going to take men to change it. So I got to grow up, whether I like it or not, and become a man. Brother Bakari got to grow up and be a man. Brother Maurice got to be a man. Brother Guy has to be a man. If we don't become men, and I'm not talking about physical, we are all physically an adult, but until we become mature in the mind and begin to overlook certain obstacles that's hindering progress and grow up and stop being damn selfish like Michael Jordan was. He was selfish, he was arrogant. It's all about him. When he got off of that high horse, he began to collect championships. When you get off this high horse, I don't care how you talk, how bad you talk. I don't care how loud you talk. I don't care how articulate and eloquent and charismatic that you are. Don't mean nothing. That's the way you will be when they put you in your grave, as you go into your grave as the N-word. You will die a loser like all our relatives, all our generations before us. You will die a loser. You will die a slave in this system. When you had a chance to turn everything around, but you were selfish. So our conversation, I have to be me. Our conversation started off talking about this Popeye's chicken craze. And if you notice, I have not made not one video speaking about Popeye's chicken. I worked for Popeye's chicken for 2 years as a assistant manager. So I know about Popeye's chicken. I never really liked Popeye's chicken. I like the size, the red beans and rice, and they used to have corn on the cob and all that kind of good stuff. I never really cared too much about their chicken, and we always had chicken sandwiches. So I don't know what's special about. Maybe they changed the recipe or something on this particular chicken sandwich. But we started a conversation talking about Popeye's chicken and eating healthy and things of this nature. And I put my little 2 cents in because that's really not my conversation. What does eating healthy mean when you're dead? Do you realize that somebody is planning your death? You want to talk about being a vegan and a Popeye's chicken sandwich, and you are living in a nation that, if the right circumstance come about, can throw us all in mass graves or put us right back on the slave plantation picking cotton. Now, some of you teach how terrible the white man is. But you must really don't believe it, because you want to spend your time opening up businesses and thinking about your health, and you're gonna be a vegan. All that stuff don't mean nothing when you're dead. You got people that want to take your life, and you want to screw around like you got all the time in the world. I wanted to say something about the Mississippi campaign, but see, I'm beginning to understand. You're not ready for that. But that's the only thing that's going to help us be in a position to survive the worst when it comes down the pipe. But you don't believe that, because you think small. I'm not about thinking small. You got to think big so you can win big. All this energy, all this work that you do trying to accomplish something small, you can put it into something big so that you can win big, but you don't get it. You don't get it because you don't want to work with you. All these things can be put into one plan, one idea. This Mississippi campaign can embrace everything. Everything that we got, we can put it into one plan and go for it. Either you're going to win big or you're going to lose big. You already been losing going on 500 years. It's time that we win, and we can do it if you do it right. But when you got these people doing this, those people over there doing that, everybody doing too many different things, it's not going to never work. And so when the right situation happens in the world, the right circumstances, you're going to find yourself right down at the bottom of a pit of a mass grave. Being older myself, it might be a possibility I could avoid that type of thing. Just because of my age. I'll be dead. But you're not preparing your children to deal with an enemy that knew that there was lead in the water in Flint, Michigan. They gave syphilis to our people on purpose. They gave other diseases and crap to our people on purpose, experimenting on us. They murdered us in Hurricane Katrina. Some of us are missing, adults and children, to this day. This government, there's a possibility that they murdered 3,000 people in 9/11 and blame it on some Arabs. You know what kind of environment you're living in, and you're not trying to prepare yourself. You worried about, am I a vegan or am I a meat eater? You don't have to worry about none of that when you're dead. And that's my position. And I'm not going off that position, because you have to look at things. This is a life and death struggle. You're running out of time. You might have run out of time right now. So if we run out of time right now, what can we do to get the hell out of here? You keep talking about Africa. Is there any African nation willing to accept us? So, I mean, this is what you have to think about. You're living, you think that you have all the time in the world so that you can make the right decision. That's not how things work. When a rabbit is running away from a fox, that rabbit, as that rabbit is running, has to make the right decision, because if that rabbit don't make the right decision and trip up, then that fox got him a meal. So we're running, and we're running out of time. Our minds is filled up with this fantasy stuff of how we want things to be. And that's what's messing us up. You think that you are actually, some of us actually think we're living that already. We're not looking at things in a real sense. I don't care nothing about being a vegan or a meat eater or a Popeye's chicken sandwich. None of that means nothing. When somebody's going to knock on your door and tell you to get on a bus, a school bus, they refurbished to haul you to a concentration camp or to the morgue. That's where we stand. It's not about what you want. It's about what you need to do. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that I want. There's a difference between a want and a need. You need to unite. You need to make the correct decisions in order to save not just your life, but to secure the life of your future generations. Otherwise, you're going to learn the hard way, the same way that the Jews did during the reign of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. Be my guest. Let the cards fall where they may. I'm not going to beg you to do a damn thing. I'm going to state my position because I understand the reality of things. Your time is running out.
Free your mind.
Okay. As adults, we're supposed to be adults here. Many of you are over the age of 18. But we can't tell. Because as soon as you get angry, as soon as you get mad and upset, as soon as you can't answer a question that you should be able to answer, but you can't, then here come the insults. Your mama, you a bed wench, you a coon, you a Sambo. And of course the list goes on and on and on. You Esau's bed wench or whatever. This name calling. And the thing about it is, it does not change nothing. If you get angry at me, I made my point. I told you where I stand. It does not change nothing. You can call me a coon. You can call me a Sambo. You can call me a traitor or whatever you want. Uncle Tom, whatever you want to call me. You can call me Ray. You can call me Jay. You can call me Baby. You can call me whatever. You can call me whatever you want to. Whatever my opinion was, whatever my reply was, does not change. And this is what I love about, what's his name? Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson, these immature people give him the Coon Award, and Jesse Lee Peterson takes the Coon Award and holds it to his chest. Thank you very much. What is a coon? Then you get mad because you can't explain to him what a damn coon is. All of you have different definitions on what a coon is. You don't even know what the hell it is. The only thing you know is that you heard white folks say it and you copy the racists. That's the only thing that you do. But Jesse Lee Peterson is the coon, and you're the one copying the racists. But he's the coon. And I like how he just ignores it. It don't mean nothing to him. Now, if you really want to know the history of coon and bedwench and all this derogatory, trying to make mockery and ridicule somebody, where these names really come from, there's a video that my soul sister Lashid For You done, and I think her main channels got terminated. I'm not really sure. But I will find it and maybe I will put it on this channel because you really need to know. I mean, you use these words that you learn from the white man, coon and Sambo, Uncle Tom, and all this stuff. You too damn dumb to make up your own words to make mockery of somebody. You too damn stupid. All your research, all your knowledge and understanding, but you too damn dumb to make up your own words to use to make mockery of somebody. You got to get it from your massa, the white man. You more of a damn slave and more of a coon than me and Jesse Lee Peterson put together. Just some pathetic, greasy pieces of trash. Just lost. You're supposed to be so awake. You're supposed to be so conscious. Conscious of what? Awake to what? Just because you're conscious, just because you're awake, don't mean you're going to do nothing. And when you look, and the reason why you got time to call somebody Uncle Tom's a coon, because you're not doing nothing. Because if you producing something, actually doing something, that would be attractive to the people. But you think because you can talk, you articulate, you charismatic, you got a little personality, you think that's enough. And the average person on the street don't give a damn about what you're talking about. And really, you don't give a damn about them. You just hope that you can get enough people to donate to your Patreon account, your cash out, and so that you can live the lifestyle, the same kind of lifestyle that your massa live. Same stuff. You know, get out of here. And if you think Jesse Lee Peterson or any of these other people that you call these people these names, you think they don't see you for what you really are, then you really, really are lost. You only fool yourself. You're not some revolutionary. You're not some rebellious kind of guy. You're just nothing but a Negro slave that want to be like your slave master. That's all. You want to do the same thing that your slave master do. You're just a chocolate-covered version of a racist. That's all. Now, what gets me is that these people call folks names, you know, Uncle Tom, Coon, and blah, blah, blah. But then when you fire back and call them names, they can't handle it. They get upset because I'm not copying my slave master's name. I'm bringing you originality, you piece of trash, you damn sewer rat, you garbage dump, you piece of filth. Just pure garbage. They get angry and upset. You black identity extremists. Now, that's not my idea, but I'm going to call you for what you really are. You are a black identity extremist. Everything that come out your mouth, the black people and the black and the black and the black. God, that's all you are. Just like the white supremacists. Well, the white man and the white man and the white. Sound like some damn parakeets. Oh, I got the black man, all the pyramids, all the Moors did this. Oh, ain't no but a bunch of parakeets saying the same stuff over and over again. What the white man done. Oh, the white people got a plan, they do this. Well, if they doing this, then your actions don't show that you are afraid of that, or because you actually living comfortable with the racists. And you want the same thing that the racists got. When you talk about Africa, when you look at Africa, the only thing you see is gold and diamonds. They always talk about the resources of Africa. The resources of Africa. The resources of Africa. That's what they always talk about. They don't give a damn about the people. It's the resources. The Chinese after the resources. The white man is after the resources. Everybody after the resources. I want mine. They can't have what's mine. That's mine. You don't have nothing. Go to Africa. Ask anybody, any brother or sister that's living over there, ask them how much gold, diamonds, or the resources that they got. They don't get nothing. Because nothing belonged to you. You was born and we was created as a people right here in the good old USA, whether you like it or not. You don't have no resources nowhere. Somebody gonna resourcefully take their foot and kick you in your ass like we've been getting kicked in the ass going on 500 years. That's the only thing that you're gonna get. A good ass whooping. That's the only thing that you're gonna get. Silly ass, immature, donkey-fied folks. So here you come. Because nobody into your fantasy land, into your Wakanda, wherever the hell you living with the Moors, you living with the Israelites, you some kind of sheep herder in some desert, you some Moor, whatever, out there sailing a ship, teaching white folks civilization, whatever it is. You are Arab, Muslim, running around, whatever you think that you are. And because people don't want nothing to do with your fantasy, your Wakanda of your mind, because it's not real. Nothing you talk about, all that stuff that they bringing to us, none of it's real. You are African, but don't have dual citizenship. You are African and not connected to no people. You are African, and according to your own DNA, you mixed up with a whole lot of different stuff. outside of Africa. How the hell you get that if you are African? But you got all this other stuff flying around inside yourself. You a Hebrew. People have never even existed, just only in a religious book that the white man gave to you. Moors don't exist no more. Kemet don't exist no more. What the hell wrong with you? You really have the nerve to run around and call somebody a coon and an Uncle Tom and a Sambo, and your mind, y'all all messed up in the head. Just believing all kinds of wishy-washy, filled with error crap. Somebody to fabricate it. Just some woo. Just some silly, wacky, Willy Wonka ass people. Mickey Mouse. Oh, give me a piece of cheese. And you have the audacity. You really have the nerve. Because nobody wants to get caught up in your Wakanda, your Disneyland in your mind. This warped sense of reality that you have. You want to call somebody. You don't do your research. No, you haven't done your research. You don't use common sense. You don't use logic. You don't have reason. You only think enough to support, just like anybody else, just like Christians, that you only think just enough to support your belief. Then you stop. You don't keep going. You don't use logic. You don't give a damn about common sense. You do just enough to support what the hell you're talking about. And then call it some kind of truth. And everybody's supposed to embrace it because you done found the truth. Yeah, you found some truth, a little taste, but it's not real truth. It's not the full deck. It's like orange juice with no vitamin C. That's what it's like. It's like eating an apple and no nutrients. Yeah, it's an apple, but it don't have no nutrients in it. It's like, so what? And you want to get angry at people, call people names, but then when we turn around and call you names and start getting on your case, you can't handle it. If you can call people names, if you can dish it out, then you should be able to take it. It's simple as that. But it just goes to show you how weak y'all just so weak. And you think trying to bully somebody because you get angry, you don't believe in Africa. You don't believe Africa. You don't believe in more. You don't believe you're a Hebrew Israelite. You crying, you shouting, stomped your feet. You a cool. You an agent. You a spy. You think you think that's gonna make somebody change their mind? You think you're gonna try to bully somebody into believing that crap that you believe? That's your business. That's you. You never see me get angry and upset because people reject what I say, because that's your business. I don't even expect you to comprehend what I see because, not bragging, but I'm way out of y'all league. I have the vision. I can see clearly now that the rain has gone. You still in the rain. You still in the storm. And that storm is confusion of the mind. You Kemetic, you Moor, you Hebrew. You don't know what the hell you are. Just run around here. And then you'll change. I'm a Muslim, now I'm a Hebrew, now I'm a 5%, now I'm an atheist, whatever. You can't make up your mind. You don't even know what the hell you want to be.